Welcome to Infrastructure's 20th anniversary celebration. We've reached a landmark milestone. Thank you for attending. Enjoy the show.
Infrastructure began under the name D&R Management in 1992, when Dan Pickett and his brother John saw an opportunity to provide technology services to KeyBank. The business was named after Dan's parents, Dan and Rose Marie, and grew into an enterprise that 20 years later remains focused on relentless innovation. This focus supports Infrastructure's high-quality, low-cost offerings that exceed customers' expectations in the financial services, retail, healthcare, technology, government, and energy markets, among many others. As the value proposition of the business grew, D&R Management attracted the attention of numerous potential customers, including IBM. A rapidly expanding workload led to a move from D&R's first world headquarters to a new facility in 1996 and another move in 2000 when D&R was renamed Infrastructure with an E. Today, we are Infrastructure, and we operate out of a truly state-of-the-art 30,000 square foot facility in Clifton Park, New York. We maintain the Infrastructure Technology Innovation Center at NYSERDA's Saratoga Technology and Energy Park in Malta, New York, and sister facilities at SUNY IT in Utica, New York, and UAlbany's College of Nanoscale Science and Engineering to implement and execute projects statewide. Although times are changing and infrastructure is growing at a steady pace, we never forget our core values: hard work, loyalty, and fun.
We've got a lot of funny stories throughout our history, but one I've got to point out goes way back to the early beginning where we were doing a bank job in Long Island. That bank job is not a robbery, it's actually us going there to do some work for the bank, and we had to deinstall a large number of branches, like 45 branches in one weekend. The very first location we got to, my brother John drives a big truck in, and the truck clipped a wire to an ATM, and the wire fell to the ground. And a guy comes running out of the bank and he says, "Hey buddy," he points to my brother John and he says, "You're in big trouble." So my brother John looks at him and he says, "I'm in trouble, you're in trouble. Can I ask you a question? You know what the code is for an external wire?" And the guy looked at me and he said, "No." My brother John said, "Well, it's 12 feet. And he said, "Let me ask you a question. How could a 10-foot truck clip a 12-foot wire? You're in trouble." So the guy goes scurrying back into the branch. We never saw the guy again. And I said to my brother John, "John, you're amazing. You know everything." And he looked at me with a smile on his face and he said, "Dan, I have no idea what the code is for an external wire, but either did that guy." And we just laughed from there and we had a good weekend, and we've got a lot of stuff like that happened. So there's been a lot of good fun, in the midst of a lot of hard work. Infrastructure's had a lot of terrific milestones throughout its history, and without question, opening the Innovation Center in Malta was one of them. It gave us a chance to take our best and brightest engineers and put them close to what's become one of our most important customers, GlobalFoundries, and all the partners that support GlobalFoundries in their business. I think it was a great example of us listening to our customers' needs and responding with action on our side that really resulted in a tremendous amount of success that we're seeing today and we're going to see well into the future.
When I first met Dan, Dan was a customer of mine at KeyBank. And Dan was a very smart guy, very focused, very passionate, and wanted to get things done. And one of the big problems we had at KeyBank was doing adds, move, and changes in our branch automation project. And Dan had a creative idea that his brother John and father could help us with that from their liquor store in Mechanicville. And so we contracted with them to do some work. And John and Dan's father did a phenomenal job, and that was kind of the beginning of Infrastructure from their humble roots in Mechanicville, New York. I would say the progress that Infrastructure has made is really migrating from a company that did basic cabling to a full-blown IT technology company that does everything from hardware and software to systems integration to full-blown outsourcing, and that's the result of Dan's leadership and John's leadership and what they've done to build an unbelievable team at Infrastructure, a very loyal and smart team, and that then is translated to their customers who they are passionate about making successful. So that is really, I think, the key to Infrastructure success.
I think the three things that are very important for Infrastructure and will dictate how the future of infrastructure evolves are, one, the major thrust that infrastructure has made into the high-tech world. The work they're doing with Albany Nanotech, the work they're doing with Global Foundries, and many other high-tech companies in Tech Valley here. Secondly, it's been the building of a very high-class management team to be able to take advantage of these opportunities. If you look at the management team that's at Infrastructure, most of the key players have had years of experience with very, very well-defined companies like IBM, Oracle, different companies like that. And they've been around the block, so they really know what they're doing. And the third thing, I think, is their ability to manage very rapid growth, because they're going through very rapid growth and they're able to manage it well, which is not easy. I mean, a lot of companies stumble when they try to do too much. So they know how to stay focused and manage very rapid growth.
We wouldn't be here without our employees, customers, partners, mentors, and friends. As we look on the horizon, we see a great deal of opportunity in the semiconductor industry, healthcare, retail, government, and finance. While the past 20 years have been remarkable, we truly believe the best is yet to come.